Hi friends, it's Candy here and welcome to my channel. I'm sure some of you have been wondering why I haven't filmed this month. It's mostly because I have had some physical health issues that have made me not necessarily want to record. But good news, I'm on the mend, so I should be coming back to you with videos every other Monday, released at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so with that said, let's just go ahead and get into this. I'm doing my March budget. Normally I split this up into 2 videos, like I said before, but I'm just going to hit the highlights today, guys, because I'm going to try and make this video as short and sweet as possible. So I'm just going to hit the highlights for March with our budget and give you any updates. I don't want to linger on anything that's not important at this point. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see here, this is my March budget. I completed this with some fine liners that I bought from Dollar General. So if you're interested in that, I will try and see if I can find that and link it below. So our first paycheck here comes to us on the 30th of the month at $2,070.66. We paid with this our home mortgage, our Citibank bill, which I like to split up into 2 payments. So this was 2 of 2. And that paid off the bill that was a total of $449.39. Next up is our power bill at $173.34. So that was up from last month, and I'm sure that's because it's getting warmer here in Georgia. Student loan due on March 7th is at 0 because our student loans are still on administrative forbearance, and I will talk about that next up. Water bill was at $34.50. This is up from what it used to be, and I still have yet to call the water company to see why this is. I don't know if this is going to come down or not because it was about the same price last month, which was up by about $4, guys, which is unusual for our water bill. So I might need to call the water company and see what's going on with that. I'm hoping we don't have a leak somewhere. This is TW stands for Total Wireless at $59.07. And lastly, on 3/14 was Adam's student loan at 0 as well, because his is also still on administrative forbearance. Allowance is down at $40. I only withdrew my husband's allowance in cash because he had given me some money for, I guess, doing such a awesome job with paying down our debt, and just because he knew my birthday was coming up this month. So he gave me some money, so I haven't had to withdraw my allowance in quite some time. And the money that he gave me was from the sale of a piece of farm equipment that I talked about last month. Gas bill was at $40. For the first pay period, I kept it at $40. Groceries were up. I guess we spent about in this range at $270. I had been trying to keep it at $250, but what I do is if I go over budget one week, because I shop weekly for groceries, then I take that number and I multiply it by 2, and apparently this gives us the new number of $270, and it was up from last month, which I think it was $250 every 2 weeks last month. Budget buffer. This is how much money we had in our main checking account before this paycheck hits right here. And so we had $169.66 left, which is really great. Coming down here, slush fund is a separate checking account that I have. And so we still had $447 in this slush fund. And after I pay all these bills up here, Then I get to put additional monies in the slush fund if there's any left over. So I put $10.51 in the slush fund, giving us a grand total of $457.51 for our first pay period. Okay, guys, moving right along is our new account that I opened up. I've called this a sinking fund. This is an additional checking account. This is separate from our slush fund. This is a sinking fund, and I put $662 in it the other day when I opened it up. So the reason I did this is because Adam's student loan is our next debt snowball amount, and he still owes $11,092 on his account. Now, our debt is holding steady at $29,217. That's after I paid off my car and my husband's car. I believe I paid his off in January, and then I paid mine off shortly thereafter in February. Excuse me. So anyway, so this is our next debt snowball. However, I have heard talk that there might be relief of student loans in the future sometime. I don't know the amount. I don't know if it'll be $50,000 or $10,000 or whatever, what have you. What I do know is that the 0% interest that we're now paying or not paying on this, however you want to say that, is going to go away by September 30th, I believe. And so that, to me, means instead of just going ahead and paying this, I'm going to put the debt snowball money into the sinking fund. So that when, let's say, August rolls around and we haven't heard anything about the student loans getting paid off or anything, that's when I will take this whole chunk of money and I'll go ahead and throw it toward this debt, should it not be relieved in any such way, and should it start accruing interest again. That way we can have this almost completely paid off by the time we should probably know something more about that situation. So that's how that's going to roll. These numbers are most likely not going to change until around August or September of this year. So those are going to hold steady for now, but I'm putting the additional monies into a sinking fund that we can then use later to pay that off. All right, moving right along. Paycheck number 2 was $1,990.99. We have a new Citibank billing cycle. So this is payment 1 of 2, and this should help pay off this $520.53 total bill. Okay. On 3/20, our auto insurance auto deducts out at $128.60. Our Lowe's bill, so we've had to make some home improvements, guys. Actually, we've been clearing out our yard, and I want to plant some flowers, and we had to buy some mulch and things of that nature. We usually do our own home spraying for like bugs and stuff on a bi-yearly basis. So we had to charge some things, and Lowe's, we don't typically charge on this card, but anytime we have to make home improvements or anything to do with home, we usually do, so we can take advantage of their 5% off or so many months financing, etc., etc. So we will be paying $106.63. I'm splitting this up into 2 payments. So this is payment 1 of 2, and this should pay off this $213.26 charge on this Lowe's card. Our tag fees came out because mine and my husband's birthdays are in March. So our tag fees in total were $40. Our garbage fee comes out this month. This should have us set for the next 3 months at $57. $327 AT&T. This is our standalone internet service at $55. And friends, I did end up calling them to see if I could get a better rate, and they informed me that this is the best rate possible. When I did call them, because I was having trouble with my internet service, they did send us a new modem, friends, which has worked. I mean, it has improved the internet better than it was, let's just say that. But, we still have some issues here and there. But overall, it is a bit better. They informed me that this is the best price. So that's that. $328 is time for learning. So I canceled this service, friends, because guess what? My little man's gonna be going back to public school. We have an awesome charter school here that my daughter has been having a really great experience with, and my son has grown leaps and bounds and matured immensely. And so we have decided, as well with his consent, that he decided he would like to try to go back into the public school system and, make some new friends, learn with his peers, and things of that nature. So we have canceled this service. I printed out all his transcripts and downloaded all his transcripts yesterday for the past 4 years. A little bit bummed, guys, because it's gonna almost be like him going back to kindergarten again. Because I've been teaching him for the past 4 years, guys, so it's kind of bittersweet. And I was even looking at curriculum for next year, and then he's like, I think I want to go back to public school. And I'm like, okay, well, I just figure, if he's ready, then, I guess it's time, guys. I guess it's time. So anyway, I won't keep going on about that. Gym membership on $328. I put it on hold for the next 3 months. The weather is improving here. And like I said in my past video, I do like to walk in the community. I find it very meditative. I find it very, I just like being outdoors. So I enjoy walking outdoors when the weather's nice anyway. And, when the Rona hit and we all had to stay indoors anyway and we couldn't go to the gym anymore, I just walked in my neighborhood and I really enjoyed the experience. So I kind of want to get back to that. I will, however, have probably trouble for me because I am a team sports kind of person, a team like let's meet up and go to the gym class kind of thing. So I think the struggle for me is going to be actually adhering to some kind of strength training and or doing some kind of yoga and stretching and stuff like that. Because I think the walking in the community is going to be no problem for me. But, I just need to hold myself more accountable to the strength training and the stretching and things of that nature at home. So allowance here again was withdrawn at $40. Gas went up. Gas prices have been going up around here. I don't know how it's been for you guys, but they've been going up around here. So I upped our gas limit to about $50, which is up from $40. No big deal, but it is a price increase. Groceries, I did up to $300 because guys, we keep spending more and more on groceries. So I don't know what it is, but I will say this, that I switched from shopping at Kroger and now I'm shopping back at Aldi's again. So we'll see how that impacts this number in the near future. I can say so far I've been saving a significant amount of money between shopping at Kroger to now Aldi's. And so Aldi's has been a lot cheaper and we do enjoy a lot of their foods. So it's been really good. So we'll see if this number goes down in the near future. Budget buffer for this month, which is the amount of money left in our main checking account before this paycheck hits, was at $70.60, which is pretty good. Slush fund, an additional checking account I have for any money left over after all of this comes out and our debt snowball money comes out. So it was at $118.16. I was able to add $291.49 for a grand total of $409.65. Savings account, guys. Let me go back over here where we got $179. This was our state taxes. So that put us at $10,746, which I then transferred over here. This is our last stimulus payment that we got from the government at $5,600. Which puts us at a grand total in savings of $16,346. So, guys, this is pretty significant. I mean, I can safely say that I feel really great now about our financial situation, especially seeing as how I've been having some physical health issues lately. And actually, my husband's been also having a lot of dental work that's having to be done. And he's also starting to have kind of some physical health issues too. Guys, we're getting older. I mean, that's just how things are. So I'm glad to have this money in the savings. So should any medical bills come up, we have a nice buffer so that we can weather the storm. Over here, the sinking fund, which is for my husband's student loan debt. All this money should be going toward that in the future, unless his student loan gets relieved, which would be awesome. But anyway, so I added another $662 for a grand total in this account of $1,324. All right, guys, so let's go on to some fun things, important dates. St. Pat's was on 3/17, and I hope you all had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. 3/23. This is several of my friends have birthdays on this day, as well as my husband. 3/26. That's my birthday, guys. And I went to my cousin's wedding, which was a real blessing because last year her wedding got canceled. She went ahead and got married anyway. And shortly after her marriage to her husband, she was diagnosed with, I believe, lymphoma. And so she went through that struggle, and it was just a real blessing and a joy to see her get married or renew her vows with her husband on my birthday. So, yay, love. I'm so excited for them. I'm a year older, and I don't know, guys. I'm starting to feel it because like I said, I've had some physical health issues. I am on the mend, so don't worry. But I used to say every year, I'm like, I don't feel my age. I feel great. I feel pumped. But lately, guys, I don't know what it is. Over the past month, my body's like, nope, I'm not going to cooperate with you right now. And maybe it's just some things that I had let go, guys, if you're hurting, if you're feeling strained, I mean, I know that medical bills can be a financial burden, but if at all possible, go ahead and handle it because you don't want something that could be fixed in the short term to become a major problem in the long term. With that said, I hope all of you are having a great day, and I hope all of you are in good health. Take care, friends. I'll see you next time.